What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about my most anticipated RPGs coming in the second half of 2023. Now, this year has been an absolute banger already. We've got some great games. Final Fantasy 16, you got Diablo 4, we've gotten Hogwarts Legacy. I mean, just tons of really good games, and we got a whole bunch more coming still. Now, these are just in order of release, so this isn't like my most anticipated to least anticipated or something like that. This is just in the order they're coming out. And we're going to start right off the bat with Baldur's Gate 3, which comes out on PC August 3rd, so just a few days from today. PS5, it comes out September 6th, and then Xbox sometimes later. Okay, so this game looks ridiculous. I've already talked about it quite a bit on the channel, but holy cow. I mean, this is a D&D on the computer, but better. They've upgraded things, they've made things more playable, things that work on tabletop setting but not in a computer setting, they have changed and tweaked to work. They've spent a ton of time with betas and early access stuff to refine the process. I mean, this game has had stuff out there for people to work through like over a year. And I mean, it looks incredible. Everything about it, all the choices you have, all of the builds you can make is right there at the top of the list. I mean, it just looks so incredible. I have to admit, and this is sucky for me, is I'm not going to be able to pick it up right away. Like, I want to, but I just can't. And so that coupled with like a bajillion games that are already out and coming, it's like, there's so much to play. But oh man, this game looks so good. The truth is, it'll probably take me like 6 months to beat it anyway. There's just so much to it. But it is incredibly exciting that it's coming out. I'm so stoked to play this one. After that, we got Atlas Fallen, which comes out August 10th. This is Deck 13. This is that kind of Sans RPG action game. This one, like, I'm anticipating it. I'm hoping it's going to be good. I don't know that this would be like my most anticipated, right? This isn't like the one I'm the most looking forward to, but it does intrigue me. It does look interesting. I'm hoping that it's going to be good. I'm a little iffy on the combat just from what people have said in their hands-on trials and watching in the video. It looks flashy and cool, but people have said it doesn't feel like it's very weighty. And I hope that they fix that before launch, but maybe that's just the style of game they're going for. It's been mentioned that it's more Darksiders than Dark Souls. I would like it to be, I don't mind if it's in the middle, but I probably would prefer maybe like more Dark Souls with some Darksiders. I don't know. You have to wait and try it. We'll see, but I'm hopeful. I think it has a cool visual style that we don't see a lot of, and so yeah, so I'm hoping that's going to be good. After that, for me, we got Sea of Stars, which comes out August 29th. And this baby comes out on Game Pass. It comes out for PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. So it's going to be on, like, if you're on one of the subscription services, you're getting it. It's too early to coin it like Chrono Trigger, but it's clearly taking that inspiration. A lot of similarities, but everything they've shown looks incredible. The color palette, the characters, what little we know of the story. I mean, the story we'll have to judge after we get to experience it, right? But everything about it just looks incredible. And I'm really hoping it delivers because I've been hyping this game up for months now. And if it doesn't, I'm going to look like an idiot, but that's okay. Hopefully, it's just incredible and we can all gush about it when it's over. Yeah, so if you haven't had that on your radar, you need to. It's a bit of a throwback, but it's modernized. And I think it's going to be really good. After that is one of the big heavy hitters, and that's Starfield, which comes out September 6th. Now, obviously, this one comes out on Game Pass, and that's a huge thing. This is a massive game, and it's Bethesda, who we all know, some of us love. I can't be out here saying that it's going to be perfect, right? Bethesda is known when their games come out, they almost always have a bunch of jank to it, right? Of course, that's going to happen. They're massive open worlds, and you're not going to find all the bugs. So I totally get it. You still got to be aware of that, I think. But, I mean, I'm a Bethesda fan, if I'm honest. I really enjoy the Fallout games, 76 aside. I love the Elder Scroll games, and so I am ready for this. I'm excited. I'm hoping this is going to be amazing. Like, I want this to hit and hit hard. It would be good for if both systems are clicking and both are producing good games, and we get higher competition, which means they work harder for us. And that's what we want. And I think Starfield looks incredible. I hope it's incredible. Yeah, that's a day one on Game Pass for me. So next up is Lies of P, which comes out September 18th. This is that Bloodborne-esque Pinocchio game. Man, the atmosphere of this one, the ambiance, the color palette, like all of it just looks really cool. It kind of has that Victorian, you know, Bohemia feel. They've really concentrated on that aesthetic. And man, it just looks really good. The idea of changing out like the arm to, you know, flamethrower or grappling hook or whatever just really piques my interest, and all the different weapons and stuff. I just think it looks amazing. I have recently come in to enjoy those FromSoft, Dark Souls, Bloodborne style games, right? I haven't been a huge fan for long like everybody else. So I'm still looking forward to it though. I hope it's good. It looks good. Again, it's coming to Game Pass, so you can give it a shot, and that's definitely one I'm looking forward to. It's a little bit of a bummer. It's so close to Starfield. I don't think any of us are going to be anywhere close to done with that game unless you just shoot straight through the main story, which is not how I play this game. So, yeah, we'll see. After that, we're going to shift to a bit of more Japanese, more JRPG style stuff. We got Monochrome Mobius. Now, I believe this came out on PC before. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is an Udaweru Romano game, and there's a chunk of those. I haven't played any of those. So if you guys know something about that, let me know down in the comments, because I don't want to like start at game 4 if there's 3 others I need to play first and I'm not going to understand the story. But from the trailers and stuff, it doesn't look like that to me. It's a turn-based JRPG. It has a good style to it. The combat looks good. The story sounds interesting. All of it looks good. All of it looks good. And so as long as it's not like game 4 of 4 of a continuous story and I can just hop in and enjoy it, then I want to. I think it looks incredible. Not as high a budget as some of the other games on this list, but that doesn't bother me, you know, and I like the anime aesthetic, and so I think this looks really good. And the turn-based battle system, hopefully they got some kind of unique twist. It looks like they do. But yeah, I think it looks really good. I don't know a ton more about it, so if you know more about this game, let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, definitely piqued my interest. That comes out the 19th, so the day after Lies of P. After that, we got Eternights, which comes out the 21st. Man, these games are just hitting one after another. Now, I believe Eternights is a discounted game. It's only $30, not $60. I could be wrong on that, don't quote me, but that is my understanding. This is that kind of dating sim / action RPG, where your relationships with the other people directly play into your combos and power of your attacks. That's fascinating. You know, we've had games talk about that or have a little bit of that. Persona had a little bit, you know, where if you increase your bonds, you can do more with them in combat kind of stuff. But I haven't seen one directly like this. And the other thing about this one is we had that game earlier this year, Loop 8, that looked like it was going to be, you know, kind of in the same vein, and it did not do well. It apparently was not what we all thought it was. It reviewed very poorly, and so hopefully Eternights can turn that around and review well and do well. It's not going to be your 90s Metacritic kind of stuff. I mean, it's a kind of off-the-wall JRPG, right? So I wouldn't expect huge things, but hopefully it can just be competent and good and give us something different and a cool story. Like if it has an emotionally impactful story and the gameplay is decent, I'll be fine. That's good enough for me. I want it to matter, and I hope it does. It looks good. I like the art style they went with. Yeah, so here's looking for that one on September 21st. Next up, we got Lords of the Fallen. Now, this is a reboot, I think. I mean, it's hard to know, right? Because the Lords of the Fallen came out in, I think it was 2013 or 2015 or something like that. It was a Soulsborne style game, but it was okay. It wasn't bad. Most people who I've talked to who have played it said it was fine. Not terrible, but not great. This game doesn't look like that at all, but it has the same name by the same team. And so the understanding is it's a full reboot of the series. It's kind of funny to do that not that long after, but that's okay. That's okay, whatever. This game looks good. It's action RPG, you know, it's kind of got grotesque bosses, and it's got 2 worlds that run simultaneously, right? Where it's kind of like the overworld and underworld. But if you die, you have a chance in the underworld to try and save yourself. I don't know, it looks really interesting. I think it can be super good. They just gotta nail that combat, right? Any Soulsborne game, that's the big deal. Can you nail the combat? And hopefully it can. They just released like a 17-minute trailer. So maybe I'll do like a reaction to that on the channel and we can talk about it more. But I think this one looks good. I do. I think there's real possibility here. It could also fail. Soulsborne genre, subgenre, whatever, is real hit and miss, right? You got FromSoft, who are the masters of it, and then everyone else kind of chases it, and sometimes they can come along with really cool ideas, and sometimes it's just janky and no good. But hopefully this one will be one of the good ones, and we can all enjoy it when it comes out October 3rd. Next up, we got Star Ocean's Second Story R. Now, they did First Departure R not that long ago. If you tried that one out, that was pretty fun. Wasn't amazing, no, but it was pretty fun. Second Story R, though, is a game that I did play way back in the day, and I have some nostalgia for it. Now, whether that means this one comes out really well or not, I don't know. I like the art style they've added to it. I think they've give it a cool look with that pseudo HD 2D style to it. It's obviously not fully HD 2D, but it's that esque style with the extra shading and stuff. And I think it looks good. I'm really hopeful for it. This is a smaller game, right? And it's gonna be small no matter what, but hopefully if they can at least make it good, then you can find a niche and it can do okay for itself. I hope it does, because Star Ocean has kind of fallen apart and not a lot of people play it, but I really enjoy the series. I've had a lot of fun with them in the past, even enjoyed the newer one. And I really hope that it can at least keep a little niche and have its stuff, because I think it's a fun concept, and I like having those kind of, you know, AA, B, JRPG stuff. I think they're fun. So that one comes out November 2nd, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. After that, we got Persona 5 Tactica coming out November 17th. Now, this is Persona 5 in tactics form, but they made the art style that kind of chibi look. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I don't really love the chibi style, but I love Persona 5. I've talked about this before, but Persona 5 is very special in my heart. It kind of dragged me out of a place I was in and got me kind of back into RPGs as a whole, and JRPGs and all that kind of stuff, and it really brought gaming back into my life, something that I really appreciate. And so Persona 5 as a entity holds a special place in my heart. And so I'm going to play this one. Not to mention, it comes out on Game Pass Day 1, which is pretty awesome. I hope it's good. That's all I can say. I mean, I love Persona 5, and so I'm really hoping this is good. But I love tactics games. Final Fantasy Tactics is probably my favorite of all time. Don't quote me there. I'm still messing with that, but it's right up there. Yeah, so hopefully this is really fun. It's Game Pass, so we can all try it anyway. But Persona 5 Tactica is the last one that I have on my list with the date in. And that one, again, is November 17th. After that, I got a few here that are said to be 2023, but don't have a release date. Now, as we all know, release dates aren't official. They could be delayed, they could get canceled, there's all kinds of things. And so, any of the ones that have a date can still get moved, and these ones that say 2023 might not at all. But real quick, I'm just gonna say I have one that just came out. Arcadian Atlas, which came out July 27th. And this is a Final Fantasy Tactics-like game that came out. It's indie, it's small, but it looks absolutely incredible. Once I get a chance to play it, I will put out a review, but it's been getting really solid reviews from quality reviewers, and man, looks amazing. So if that's something you like, you know, maybe go check that out. At least, if nothing else, throw a wish list on it. Keep it on your radar. That helps them out, obviously. So after that, we got 5 games that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to start right away with one that I'm a little worried about, and not that is the Awakener Risen. And the reason I'm a little bit worried about this is because it's kind of gone dark. There was trailers for it like 10 months ago, and it was looking good. They changed the name from Arise the Awakener to the Awakener Risen. I don't know why, whatever. But then I haven't seen nothing from them. You go on their website, there's nothing. Unless there's a Kickstarter that I couldn't find, there's no information. So that worries me. That said, it was slated to come out 2023. The game looks incredible. You watch these trailers, like picking your classes and the different armor and the setup. I mean, it looks like Dark Souls style, but like less, it doesn't look as difficult, right? A more action-y, like special moves kind of deal, less hardcore grinding and that kind of stuff. But I love the way it looks. I love the options in it. I believe it's from a Korean developer. I could be wrong though, but it just looks really good. And I'm hopeful. I really, honestly, I doubt it comes out this year. I feel like we'd have heard more about it if it was, but you never know. So that's one I'm keeping an eye on, and I'm really looking forward to. After that, I got this one's so good. Man, guys, this is the one we want. This is Granblue Fantasy Relink. I've talked about this at least once on this channel, but this game looks absolutely incredible. Love the art style. I love the source material. If you watch the anime, it's maybe not the best anime out there, but it's good, it's interesting. I like the characters. I love the way they design them. I love the way this game is looking. The action combat looks awesome. The multiplayer option is fun. I just think it's gonna be so good. They said it was gonna be this year. They had Granblue Fest earlier in the year, and they confirmed again 2023. They were at, I believe it was a PlayStation Showcase, and once again said 2023, and then we still don't have a date, and that worries me, but there's still time, so hopefully they can hold to that and it will come out this year. Yeah, man, this game looks so good. I am so ready for this one. So hopefully it comes out and we'll see. After that, I got Suikoden 1 and 2 Remastered. Now, some of you guys have a lot of nostalgia for the Suikoden series. I do not. I have never played them. I want to, but I didn't have them growing up. I didn't even know about them. You know, they just never crossed paths for me. And so I had no idea that they were out there. But everything I watch, everything I see, everything I hear about these games, they look right up my alley. And so I am ready for this. I want to play them. I'm excited for them to come out on modern consoles. So this is exciting for me. They say 2023. We'll see. You never know with these things, but I'm really looking forward to it. So hopefully that can come out. After that, we're going to kind of stick with that 2D-esque style, and we're going to another indie game that's called SacriFire. Now, I have a video on that, but I will link in the description below, just kind of detailing what we know about it. But what's important is they seem to be very responsive to their backers' comments as they've tried out demos and just given feedback. They have been tweaking and changing stuff, and so I'm really hopeful that when this comes out, it's going to be really solid and polished. Now, this is a small indie team. They did a Kickstarter to get it off the ground. They put stuff out on socials regularly. So if you're on Twitter, you can just follow, look for SacriFire. They're there, and they post updates pretty regularly. And so I have a lot of hope for this one. I think it's got a cool art style. I like the idea of the story and like kind of the afterlife that you go through. But yeah, so this is what I'm keeping my eye on. I'm really excited about it. I don't know if it'll for sure come out this year, but that's what it's supposed to. And so yeah, keep an eye on that one. Lastly, for me, this is probably the biggest one. I don't know, it's hard. There's some really good ones on here, but Crimson Desert, guys. Holy cow. Since the first time they've shown this has been right at the top of my radar. Like, I am looking for this one. I've been looking online, like, do you have more info? Are you gonna come out? I want to play this. It's like a mix of like The Witcher 3, Skyrim, Dragon's Dogma, all kind of thrown into one. It looks absolutely incredible. It's a giant, medieval fantasy action RPG that just looks amazing. This is by the guys who make Black Desert Online, and so it originally was going to be an MMO, and then they decided they wanted to tell a single player story. I'm so glad they did that. Yeah, I cannot wait to play this. This looks to me like one we could sink hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into, and yeah, I mean, you just watch it, like all the stuff they have, it looks massive and just incredible. I'm so excited to play that one. I hope it comes out this year, but honestly, I doubt it. I doubt it very much. I would assume 2024, maybe spring, summertime would be a decent guess, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. So make sure you let me know in the comments, do you agree with any of these picks? Do you think I'm an idiot and have some other picks that you swear should be on there, or some of these that absolutely should not? What do you think? Where are you at? What are you excited about this year? Also, if you enjoyed this video, would you mind hitting the like button? It helps out the channel. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one.